Hey guys, thank you for joining us at the third episode of Crossing the Line. I'm your host, Isaac King, and let's get straight into it, shall we? There's a lot of interesting news going on. It's election time here in Australia. Uh, there seems to be a whole bunch of awkward things going on all around the world, and let's get into one of them. The US Congress has held their first ever, I suppose you call it an unveiling, hearing on UFOs. Pentagon officials have now released videos from different UAPs or UFOs. The new name for it now is UAPs, and no one seems to give a shit. The whole world seems to be missing it, and they're just focusing on Amber Heard and Johnny Depp case, which is hilarious, by the way. I mean, it's pretty record breaking that this woman decides to shit on Johnny Depp's bed. I mean, we know stars are into some fucked up things. They fly off to some islands and diddle some kids. Maybe lock a few fucking actresses in their hotel rooms. But shitting on each other's bed is a new one. Oh, I reckon it's fantastic. But while everyone's distracted by Amber Heard shitting everywhere and Johnny Depp's jars of cocaine, it's just a jar of dirt. Uh, the Congress has held their first hearing on UFOs. Uh, Pentagon's released a whole bunch of different information. They had a live stream video of it talking about it. It's basically the gist of it. I watched most of the whole thing. They keep going over the same topics. Um, it's confirming that UFOs exist. They want to change the name to UAP so it doesn't sound so cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Um, doesn't mean they're aliens, obviously. Just means that they're unidentified flying craft, objects, whatever. But it's pretty interesting that they're putting all these resources and funds into it again. I mean, if they seem to be pretty worried. If you can go watch the whole thing on YouTube, they seem to be pretty worried that it's either Chinese or Russian assets impregnating the American military airspace. Uh, Everyone's seen the Tic Tac video, uh, things like that. There's a couple of new videos in that. It's definitely worth a look. Go and have a look at it on YouTube. You can find it there. Just give it a Google. Give it a Goog. But yeah, it's pretty interesting. They went and had a whole about an hour and a half long session where you could watch it. Then they had their secret session after that. Obviously, you can't talk about everything because it seems that they know what some of them are, and some of them they think are just, or they know that it's like weather balloons, people's helium balloons, drones. They call it like aerial debris, just random junk shit flying around the atmosphere. That'd be pretty common. But the other category that is more interesting is the one where they put all the things that they know it's a physical object. Like the Tic Tac video, they said they know it wasn't like a fucking lens flare or like an echo of something. They confirmed that it was an actual physical thing they were looking at. And you watch a video of that, if all the data's correct, which I believe it is, that we currently do not have any technology that can actually do that. Um, Maybe it was Russian spying them, Chinese, who knows? Could be aliens. That'd be entertaining though, wouldn't it? It'd be 2022. It's like, oh fuck, COVID stopped. We got no way to scare everyone. I know they do have a new way, and we'll get to that later though. But that'd be about right. It's like, yeah, sorry, the aliens are invading, and they fly around in giant tampon-shaped devices, and they all want you to vote Democrat. um, but it'd be entertaining to see what they reckon. But they reckon there's the category is like they reckon it'd be like drones. They can't be really manned because the way they move, it would kind of just liquefy a human body. There'd have to be some sort of drone. They could be those hypersonic missiles the Russians are using and threatening the world with at the moment. You never know. Could be. Could be China just spreading more diseases across the globe for fun to see what happens. But the other category though is the unknown one where it could possibly be extraterrestrial. That is interesting. That would be cool. Hope you get those. Hopefully they're going to talk about it, but I don't think they'll ever confirm any of that shit if they knew it was like actual aliens. That'd be cool, but I don't think we'll find out much more. I think it's basically the whole hearing was just them saying there are UFOs. We want people to report them now, especially military and pilots and things like that, because they usually get laughed at. And imagine being hazed for making a UFO report. You get back to your aircraft carrier and they're like, "Oh, it's fucking alien, man." Like tinfoil. You can imagine the shit they'd pull if you started saying you saw a UFO. So they want that shit to stop in the military, in US military and all around the world, so they can actually identify these threats and figure out what the fuck they are. So that'll be cool. We'll keep an eye on it and see what they come up with, as in we'll see if anything else comes out about it, really. But that'll be interesting to see if they come out and say that Russia or China's got these cool drones that can move faster than anything that the US currently has. That's maybe it's better if it's fucking aliens. It could be better if it's aliens. We never know. But not only is that shit going down at the moment, no one is talking about it because Amber Heard, Johnny Depp scandal is so much fun. It is hilarious. Her lawyer is never going to work again. Like if you've seen any of the footage, there's just endless amounts of TikToks on it. And my dog stood on a bee. It's never ending. It's going to be historical. I can't wait to see what happens after the trial. Like, I'm sure Johnny's going to win his defamation case, but I reckon in a couple of years' time, maybe even just 12 months' time, she'll come out in some sort of fucking B grade movie, and she'll try to get her name back there because I don't know. I'm sure there's some lesbian movie director out there that goes, "Oh, all women are right. Believe all women, except for Amber Heard. This is why you fuckers shouldn't be able to vote." Like, she has set back women's rights so fucking bad. This is terrible. Like, oh my god. Like, if any woman needs a good no. She, domestic abuse is never funny until it is, and I think that she has domestically abused the fuck out of that man. But like, they're both crazy fucking people. I mean, they're doing cocaine, drinking constantly, flying. Was it them two that flew the dogs into Australia that time? And I think it was Barnaby Joyce is like, "We're going to put down the dogs. We're going to kill your dogs because you flew them in and they could kill our koalas. Our koalas are covered in fucking chlamydia anyway. No one gives a shit, Barnaby." But it was Johnny Depp, but I don't know whether it was Amber with him. Fucking hilarious if it was, because you imagine putting down her dog, she would lose her shit. Literally. But the whole world seems to be distracted by that. And we've got a whole bunch of other shit going on at the moment. The media is trying to crucify Elon Musk yet again. His efforts to buy Twitter seem to be very fucking difficult. It's an uphill battle for him. It's not, you think you had, what was it, 44 billion for, say $50 billion to buy something, it'd be easy. You just go, "Oh, here's $50 billion, give me that fucking thing." But no, they seem to be trying to fuck with him, and he came out and said the other day that for the first time ever, he is going to vote Republican. Immediately, they Me Too'd him. Like, within fucking hours, they Me Too'd him. They're trying to say now that was it air hostess was sexually harassed by him. But if you look into the story, it's from the Business Insider. They said that basically, she was employed as an air hostess on his private jet, as you would. Flight attendant. Um, he offered to they wanted her to get masseuse classes to learn how to massage him because he liked to massage. She came into the, I suppose, room in the plane. He was naked except for he was covered in a towel. Isn't that what happens when you go and get a massage? I haven't gone and got a massage, but like, aren't you just laying there naked under a towel, like your ass and shit's covered face down? That sounds fucking very normal. But it's entertaining and it's pretty funny that this whole story isn't said by the woman it apparently happened to. It's said by her friend, apparently. Her friend. That all this has happened. So she's apparently gone into the room with him. He was naked under a towel. How are you naked and not naked at the same time? I mean, I'm naked under all these clothes. Does that count? And he's apparently rubbed her leg, exposed his erect penis, and offered to buy her a horse in exchange for an erotic massage, like a happy ending, like, you know. Um, I don't know, like, if you're the world's richest man, do you really, like, do you need to do that to your fucking air hostess? Maybe she was flirting. I'd fucking flirt with him. Like, I'll fucking flirt with you to give me some money. He's a he's probably going to be the world's first trillionaire. Like, I'd fucking flirt with you. You can rub my leg. I don't care. Give me some fucking money, man. Like, apparently this all happened back in 2016, and she took she set him settle for a sexual misconduct claim against him in 2018. Apparently, he paid her apparently $250,000 for the basically hush money. But everything that was apparently leaked to the Business Insider was leaked not by her because gag order and whatnot, but it's leaked by a friend. But wouldn't that still break the gag order? Like she's told her friend this thing. And why would her friend go to the Business Insider? It's just another political hit piece. They do not like him messing around with Twitter. They want him to stay in his lane. And it's like anytime you step out of your lane and you start trying to fuck with like anything that the left has got their dirty little claws onto, you are gonna cop some shit. You're gonna cop some heat. He tweeted about this the other day, saying exactly that something like this was going to happen, that he was going to be attacked. It's like when they attacked Joe Rogan about the ivermectin and saying the N word, took it all out of context. I saw a radio show host, I think it was in New Zealand, try to attack Joe Rogan again the other day. And they have this little hit point where they say, oh, he said this every time. But then you go and watch, or if you've already watched it, you know that was either a joke or it was taken completely out of context, or you just cut off the last bit of the conversation. You've forgot the bit where it unincriminate someone, It's like, I murdered that person. And it's like, but that was a good joke. And they cut off that was a good joke part. Like every media agency does it. Every mainstream media agency does it, I should say. And they're doing it again here with Elon Musk, attacking him. They attacked him over. They've been attacking him for years now. Like, you think being the first, I suppose, yeah, he'd be African American, wouldn't he? He was born in South Africa, so technically he's African American. He's got just as much claim to it as anyone fucking else does. If anything more, because he's actually lived in Africa and he was actually born in Africa. Yeah, so it's just another attack on him from powers that be, but Project Veritas, they have been fucking Twitter up constantly. They've sent out, if you don't know who Project Veritas is, definitely give them a Goog. Check them out on YouTube. They're undercover reporters who go and find out corrupt dealings with places like Google, Twitter. Um, they also covered the voting fraud scandal, all that kind of shit. They are really good. James O'Keefe knows what he's doing, and he has been punished thoroughly for it. So give them a look up. Project Veritas. It's entertaining to say the least. I'd love for them to come to Australia and find out what's going on with our politicians and our media. Our media would be entertaining. But one of their reporters went out the other day with a Twitter executive. They went out on a date, under the pretense of a date anyway. He filmed the entire thing, and basically they have been warned that this could very well happen to them. They go onto Project Veritas's YouTube channel or their website and have a look at the video. It's very friggin' funny. They were warned that this was going to happen. They had an email go out throughout Twitter saying that the twerps, the Twitter geeks, I suppose, were probably going to get contacted by Project Veritas in this way. And the guy points it out in the date they had. He's talking to the other guy and he goes like, "Oh, I'm glad I met you, organically. Otherwise, I'd be really worried about, And like Project Veritas didn't have to put that bit in the video. It has no bearing on it. It's at the end of the video, but they mustn't have liked this dude at all. Like they fucked him over royally. It's fantastic. But he goes into detail about how their ideology at Twitter is completely left wing. They had another one the other day where they talked about how they only censor the left. They only censor the right, and promote the left because the right, anyone who's on the right, which is basically normal people, if you're a tiki torch carrying person, you should probably just go and off yourself, frankly. That's a joke, obviously. But they go into detail about, excuse me, how they only censor the right because the right doesn't do anything about it. If you censor the left, you upset the left, they lose their shit. Burning down places in the States. Gluing themselves to things is another one they'd like to do. It's entertaining to see them do that sometimes. But they cannot... They were the ones that weren't bullied at school. They were the ones that their parents never said no to. And I think it's finally coming to a head where all of their bullshit is just come out. And people like Project Veritas, they're showing that they're putting a fucking spotlight on these people. And they are going to suffer now. They are going to lose. If Musk takes over Twitter and puts free speech back on that platform, they're going to be some heads rolling at Twitter. Like this dude is going to be fired, surely. He has a crack at Elon for having Asperger's. Like, he's special. We all know that, and it's fine. So, no wonder he's going to say some fucking crazy shit because he's special. I don't think we're allowed to, like, can we make fun of people with Asperger's? Because I thought, like, the left was like, oh, no, you can't. No, don't mention that shit. Because that's a minority group, isn't it? You can't make fun of people with Asperger's or autism or Down syndrome. No. This dude is so going to lose his job. He is fucked if he hasn't lost. He's carrying on about how little he does at work and still gets paid a lot of money for it. Can you imagine how much money these motherfuckers get paid? He did 4 hours of work in the last, month? What is he, a fucking politician? Oh my god! Like if you're a geeky little weird like Twitter executive or content moderator at Twitter or YouTube or Google, and you got asked out on a date by like anyone, fucking zip it. Don't say shit. It's just James O'Keefe in a wig. Oh, I can't wait to see the aftermath of this. This is going to be great when Elon takes Twitter. So basically, I think what he's doing at the moment is he's trying to find out exactly how many real Twitter users they have. So he is not paying extra billions upon billions of dollars for these people that don't exist to buy the company. When they said that they had a certain amount of viewers, and I think it's looking at like 5 times less than what they were stating. So he's technically paying 5 times more for the company than he should. I don't know. They're pulling out all the stops to stop him from buying Twitter. They don't want to get rid of their stranglehold on censorship, a stranglehold on the news. Like if you don't use Twitter, I don't use it very often. I basically use it to pick up news because it like happens so quick. Twitter's like the first thing anything breaks on. I'm sure those shootings over in the States, the Buffalo shooting, things like Twitch, where they stream that shit, obviously happened on there before it happened on any of the mainstream media, and Twitter knew about it before anything else. So it's really handy to get a head start on things. It's a complete garbage platform though. Like it's nothing but it's funny. It can be funny. Libs of TikTok is hilarious. If you're on Twitter, follow Libs of TikTok. They're great. That all they do is post videos of, I'd say your alphabet people's rants and carrying ons. Uh, it's hilarious. I don't think I've seen a video where they haven't had purple or blue dyed hair in a week. But Libs of TikTok, they've also been attacked as well. Then they don't even produce their own thing really. They're another person who's bringing this leftist bullshit out into the open, and they just put a spotlight on it, and they get attacked for it. Taylor Lorenz, a reporter, published their address and doxed them. Like, that's illegal. That is illegal. You'll get banned off Twitter and shit for doing that anyway. But you cannot dox people and send them around to people's houses. And she did that, deleted the information that she'd already put out, but some people had saved it. Once it's on the internet, it's forever. It deleted it and then just pretends she didn't do it. It's disgusting. It's disgusting behavior. And then those same kind of people all have the same agenda. They attack Elon Musk. He's the fucking green guy. He's like doing more for the environment than any other fucking person. And the left hate him. It doesn't even make sense. Like, he donates a lot of money to charity. He paid more money in tax than any other person has ever paid. He made PayPal, for fuck's sakes. Like, he's where he's built his rocket thing. He's paid for donated all this money, like it was 150,000 or 150 million to these fucking turtles. Saved these turtles. He's saving turtles, shooting rockets into space. But because he's trying to save free speech, now they're going to attack him even more vigorously. It's disgusting. They have no shame, and they will continue to do so. And then you get like these boring lefty wankers on Australian TV having a crack at him too, because they're getting paid by Murdoch and the Murdoch media to attack him as well. And they've attacked, if you've ever followed in the story, they've attacked Project Veritas. They're attacked Joe Rogan. They attack anyone with free thought and anyone who's trying to expose them for what they do. And carrying on from that, ScoMo. ScoMo is at it again. He has been seen bulldozing over some children who are freely playing soccer. Like, who's the idiot that organises this shit? Like, he cannot. He couldn't organise a root in a whorehouse with a wad of 50s. He fucks up everything. If, like, I'm going to go play soccer with some kids, and he fucking crash tackles one. Have you seen the video? It's fantastic. Go and find the video. It's worth a watch. It's worse than that moment John Howe went to go bowl that cricket ball and completely fucking failed. Like, I can't bowl cricket balls for shit, and I'm sure John Howe couldn't either. Why do they keep putting them into these positions where they know it's like their own, like, whoever they have organising this shit for them, they know it's going to go wrong and they just want to have a laugh. It's like, oh, let's go take ScoMo from his fucking holiday overseas while the fucking Australia's burning, and we'll take him in a nice clean suit to all the fire ravaged areas. See that guy over there? He just lost his home. Stick ScoMo in front of him. Let's fucking see what happens. It's you think you would just sack those people immediately? Like, oh my god, this election's going to be entertaining. I can't wait to see if the two major parties are going to have a rude shock. I fucking surely hope they are. I don't think so though. I think Australians haven't learnt. I don't think Australians are going to learn. I think they're quite happy with the way that the government's treated them throughout the pandemic, and I don't know why. There's people not being able to go to hospital for treatment. There's been kids dying from not being able to get treatment. Killing people with the said, we're not going to say the word. And I don't think Australians really care. They get distracted so easily. It's astounding. It's fucking astounding. It's a miracle how easily Australians get distracted. Did you watch any of the protests down in Canberra? They all went down to Canberra. Their Facebook page was bullshit. Any Facebook that got taken down immediately. Anything they put up was taken down immediately. They had police. I'm fucking dead sure police were running their Facebook pages. And if it wasn't police, it was just some greeny cunt or someone from Labor or the Liberal Party fucking with them. Because they'd send them to the wrong place. Anytime they try to do anything and accomplish anything, it would get fucking railroaded and they get sent in circles. They, instead of blocking the streets like they did in Canada, no. Oh, we went and parked in a we went and parked in a park. And 2 cars got towed, so we gave up and went and moved into a fucking camping ground where they weren't affecting anything or anyone. And not only did they do that, they were actually paying money to the government to stay in the fucking camping ground. It was a government fucking camping ground, and they were paying the government to be there. They didn't affect change. They didn't do shit. They were fucking split into 2 parties and divided. They had the fucking Ricardo party and then that fucking stupid pilot wanker. Sitting there, he was baptizing people in the street? What the fuck? It had nothing to do with it. And then you had all the loons, all the fucking loony hippies saying that, like, the earth is flat and that COVID vaccines cause autism, and those kind of fucking people who think pigeons are cameras, they were the ones that the media was interviewing. Because you're not going to go to someone who's like, he's a tradie who's lost his job, he's got a wife and kids, he needs to support his job, poor bastard, down on his luck. No, you're not going to go fucking talk to him if you're the media. You're going to go and talk to the batshit person wearing a tinfoil fucking hat who thinks that they're trying to kill off all the population of the fucking world with vaccines. It's ridiculous. And they fell right into it. They just walked around in circles for weeks. They didn't accomplish anything. They didn't do shit. You were supposed to go there, park in the middle of the fucking road, set up camp there, No trucks went. There were fuck all trucks. It was supposed to be a trucker convoy. Truckers didn't do shit. Jesus Christ. They were completely blindsided, and it's like they had no idea how the internet works or how the police work or the government works or anything. They knew what you were doing. They're saying, oh, this time and this date, we're going to go and do this. The police knew exactly where you were going to be. They were fucking 3 steps ahead of you the entire way. Should have went there, parked your shit in the middle of the street, and not fucking moved for no one. The Canadian convoy, they did a great job. They were dragged out of there kicking and screaming. The whole movement in Australia was just hijacked. It's either by a political party or by the police themselves. Because nothing got done. And they were distracted. Everyone was distracted. Every time they bring up a Facebook group, they would start up half a dozen fake ones. And then there were just people trolling in those Facebook groups. They're probably government people trolling them, saying they go to the wrong spot and then it's cancelled, everyone go home, shit like that. And then you had the people on the ground, you had 2 major people that were there. And then they sowed distrust between them. So there was no united front on anything. Couldn't agree on anything. It's either you got the people who think it's a worldwide conspiracy to kill off the population, or you think it's God's fucking evil plan and it's the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. It's insane. And every one of them was duped. Not everyone. There were definitely some people there and that knew exactly that all that shit was happening. I know a few of them. But it's the mass majority of them were all deceived and they just fell for it and they're falling for it again. They're falling for it with this. They're ignoring shit. They're just going to vote the same way as they usually do. Nothing will change. Nothing will change with these people. I'm going to vote Labor or Liberal. Because if I vote any of the smaller parties in, it just goes to them anyway. No, it doesn't fucking work like that. It's disheartening. It's really disheartening. Like, grow a fucking brain. See what they're doing to you. It's all a big fucking smoke show. And they keep doing it. ScoMo's fucking tackling kids down in Tasmania. Well, I'm surprised Jackie Lambie's not sitting there screaming autistically in the background. Oh, I wonder if the kid's going to come out and say, he was molested or something. Poor ScoMo. Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised. It's and then you've got all the like news shows, like breakfast TV shows and shit like that, joking about it, making fun of him. And then when there is a legitimate thing going on, they don't cover it. They don't cover anything. They cover all the bullshit just to keep you preoccupied with nonsense. And now they're trying to start the second COVID scare with monkeypox. Have you heard about the monkeypox yet? There's monkeypox. So it's just like smallpox, apparently, but it's not as deadly, apparently. They're already stockpiling vaccines for it. We've had cases in Australia, America, all over the world already. So maybe that'll be our new lockdown thing, is monkeypox, because we're not locking down for COVID or anything. Definitely not locking down for that shit anymore. So keep an eye on monkeypox. Maybe we'll have to stock up on bananas or something. I don't know. Definitely going to go and get some more toilet paper again. Everyone's going to start freaking out. If there's a case of monkeypox in town and I see people walking around with fucking bananas, I'm going to lose my shit. World Health Organization is trying to take control of Australia's response to pandemics and endemics and things like that. Apparently, they think that they know what's best for everyone. They can't even say the word Taiwan, but they're going to control what we do with our bodies. No fucking way. No way. No way in hell. Anyone who lets that happen is going to regret it. World Health Organization is just going to sit there and go, well, we're making a lot of money off the vaccines, so you'll have to go and get a fucking smorgasbord of them. No, thank you. I'm not fucking doing that. I'm currently booked in to go and get a surgery done and asked me about my vaccine status the other day, and I said, no, I'm not vaccinated. Lady on the phone, she went quiet, and she's like, oh, well, I don't know if they're going to let you in. I'm like, of course they're going to let me in. They can't not do the surgery because I'm not vaccinated. And she's like, oh, well, we'll just have to see when you get here. I'm like, what kind of fucking response is that? I went in there the other day. I think not getting a surgery to remove cancer is a bit more fucking serious than COVID. Like, I'm pretty sure they're going to fucking see me. If they don't, I'll do it my fucking self. It's ridiculous. She got very fucking high and mighty very fucking quickly. I think it's still got to do with that. I had to do it. Why don't you have to do it? Fuck you. That's why. No one gives a shit. You do what you want to do. I have to dye my hair. No, I don't fucking want to. I have to go and get a fucking experimental vaccine that could possibly kill me. No, you don't. You said that we all had a choice. Everyone goes, oh, well, you did have a choice. It's like, no, you didn't have a choice if you're going to lose your job. What is it? You either had a choice or you didn't have a choice. Fucking figure it out. Have it both fucking ways. So there's apparently 80 cases of this monkeypox have been recorded in 11 different countries. The World Health Organization is working closely with the countries concerned to investigate these cases further. So it really wouldn't just, apparently you've got to basically touch the person, touch their sores to get this. So unless you're going around poking monkeys with sticks, I don't think this is going to affect us. It's usually in West Africa and Central Africa and tropical rainforests. How the fuck did that get out? Who's fucking around with monkeys? Like, oh, the bat did well. And the pangolin. Let's fucking step it up a notch. Step it up. Get a fucking monkey. Oh my god. Apparently it's more deadly than COVID. Between 3 to 6% of cases are fatal. Ooh. At least you'll be able to tell who's got it. I mean, if they're covered in spots. Fucking media is trying to scare everyone again. You think they'd be trying to scare everyone with this UFO thing, but no, we'll put that out, but we're not going to promote that. I'd be more worried about aliens, man. They come down and see the shit that we're doing, they're just going to be like, do you know what? I think we should just neutralize this whole planet and leave it for the animals. That's what I'd fucking do. Goddamn monkeys infecting each other with shit. Apparently. Oh my god. It is an amazing, amazing time we live in. I am so glad I haven't got kids because I would not want to explain this shit to them. Can you imagine it? Oh, I feel bad for people with kids trying to explain this shit to them. Why do I have to wear a mask every day? Because some fat Greek lady on television told you to. Why do I have to go and get these jabs when I'm only a child? Because some Italian big-eared motherfucker in America said, he's the science. I'm the science. You have to go and get it. It's good for your health. No one fucking... Truly worried for the state of this country. I hope that we can come together as a country and figure this shit out before it gets too bad and we end up like the States shooting each other in the streets and burning down cities over nothing. We'll leave it at that before it gets too depressing. Thanks for watching, guys. I will see you next time. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment below, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.